This is my book, German Battlecruisers of World War One. Of all my books published so far, this has been my favourite, and I think the production team at Seaforth Publishing have done a wonderful job. But as they say, nothing stays the same for long, so I thought I'd bring you up to date with some new photographs, drawings and colour renders, as well as correcting a few mistakes of my own. For those of you with Axel Griesmer's excellent book Large Cruisers of the Imperial Navy, 1906 to 1918, published in 1996, you might notice I chose to include different drawings of design projects so you'd have a better overall view of most of the concepts. On page 15, there's a diagram of Von der Tan's armour. Of course, I was disappointed that this was reproduced in postage stamp size. There it is there. On page 63, the caption for the lower photograph should read, Gerben before launching at Blumenvoss. This is actually a picture of Gerben, not Malka, as I annotated in the book. Okay. Now, the caption for this photograph on page 118 should actually read Gerben in Sevastopol in late 1918. And then we have two photographs of damage inflicted to Gerben on the 29th of October 1914 by Russian shore batteries at Sevastopol. Quite a lot of damage to light structures there. And here is a diagram which shows the hits to Gerben obtained by the Russians on October 29th and November 18th, 1914. Right. Here we have two photographs of Empress Katerina II taking Gerben under fire on the 8th of January 1916. Photos taken from an escorting Russian destroyer. So, of course I was flattered when the BBC programme Jutland, the Navy's Bloodiest Day, chose my book as a reference when comparing Queen Mary to Seydlitz. But that's as far as it goes. And the fellow from the Southampton University, Professor Wilson, says Seydlitz had 18 watertight compartments, but this is incorrect. On page 141, it clearly states Seydlitz had 17 watertight compartments. And on page 148, the drawing there clearly shows 14 watertight, 17 watertight compartments. The colour renders of Marsden Samuel are excellent. However, I have two disappointments with them. Firstly, some of the renders are very small, but this is explained by the fact that there is a lack of space and everything is a compromise. Secondly, I would have preferred fold-out pages, so the wonderful illustrations don't have a spine down the middle. On page 207, there's a small drawing of the Flinger's tapered armoured plates. It's been suggested to me that the larger right-hand plate was 200mm thick at the top. According to a drawing in the German book Panzertreffer, or Hits on Armour, at frame 123, the top of the plate is 230mm thick. So also on page 207, the rear face of the turrets was 270mm thick, not 260 as I wrote, and the sidewalls were 220mm thick. And I should have paid more attention to the turret drawing on page 208. One eagle-eye reader observed that the cutaway view on page 215 here is in fact a generic Deflinger class drawing. This is quite correct, and I tried to modify it to make it Deflinger himself. Okay. Here's something new. A photograph of Lutzel departing Wilhelmshaven for the last time on May 30th, 1916. And below is a colour render depicting Lutzel shortly before he was scuttled. Here. Here's another fine view, another fine render of Lutzel before being scuttled. I really wish I'd had these renders in time to include them in the book. And that's it for German Battlecruisers. Okay. I have a new book out called Skagerrak, The Battle of Jutland Through German Eyes. Another Jutland book, I hear you say, but this one is different and has lots of contemporary German accounts. My publisher coerced me into writing this book for the centenary of Jutland, and I found it quite a joy to write. The only thing is that the publisher forgot to include my preface, which is where I thank everybody that helped me. So, there's the preface. And well, that's it for now. So until next time, happy reading.